And now I will talk about Thor. Þunor in Anglo-Saxon, Donar in Old High German. The thunder god. He wields the hammer Mjolnir, which protects gods and man, and which also blesses things. For example, the bride at the wedding. For that reason he is known as Þórr, the consecrator. He consecrates the pyre of Balder. The hammer sign is often placed on heathen graves to protect them from desecration. And when the heathens saw Christians wearing crosses around their necks, they had hammers made as their version. Thor is deeply beloved. Many, many Icelanders were and are named for him. There are countless references to him in the lore. He is associated with the common man. We even have a version of his name come through to us in Finnish as Thora, as Horagalis, Thor the Carl, Thor the good old boy. This does not mean that he is a god of peasants, although there was an ancient political strife between devotees of Odin and followers of the new consolidated powerful version of kingship in Norway and the aristocratic ideal, and the freemen who picked up sticks and went to Iceland in rebellion against just this. And we see this same strife continuing in modern heathenry. It's overblown in the Harbardsjóð, where the father mocks the son. Thor's mother is Jörð, the earth, a giantess. He protects the earth. He protects mankind. When he dies at Ragnarok, all mankind is doomed. He's famous for his quick temper, but he is also known as Djúpdug, the deep thinker. And when the dwarf Alvis tried to claim his daughter against her will, Thor was wise and witty enough to keep him talking all night until at daybreak he turned to stone. The dwarf's name, Alvis, all-wise, was a misnomer. Thor goes on many journeys to the east against the giants. He rides a cart or a wain or maybe a chariot, drawn by two goats, Tangrisnir and Tangnjöstr. They are fearsome goats. On one occasion, to pay for the hospitality of a human, he kills one of the goats, but he instructs people not to break its bones, to get at the marrow inside. And in the morning, he gathers up all the bones on the skin and hallows them with the hammer, and the goat comes back to life. Unfortunately, one of the farmer's children, Thjalfi, the boy, had disobeyed him and broken one of the goat's leg bones, and the goat is lame. Thjalfi and his sister Röskva are taken with Thor as payment for this, and they journey with him as his servants. Thor is often outwitted by the giants, but always wins against them in the end. There's the famous story of how he was tricked by a giant into beating on a hillside instead of the giant's head with Mjolnir. And in the morning, the giant indicated the 3 deep clefts in the hillside from the hammer blows. He was tricked into picking up the giant's cat, which was really the world serpent, Jormungand. And when he raised one paw of the cat off the ground, the earth shook and there were great tidal waves. He was tricked into trying to drain the sea in a drinking contest. The tide went down as he sucked mightily on the horn trying to drain it. And he was tricked into wrestling with old age in the guise of an old woman, Ekli. No one can beat old age. The giant was glad to see the end of Thor and his companions, because they had shown that their magic was mighty and their strength was proof against all he could throw at them. On another occasion, going to see the giantess Geirröð, going to see the giant Geirröð, the giant's 2 daughters pissed in the river, and Thor had to grab onto a tree to rescue himself. The rowan tree is subsequently being known as the friend of Thor. When he reached the giant's house, the 2 daughters again tried to kill him by pressing against the chair he was sitting on and pushing it up to the ceiling. He pushed back and crushed their backs. He has a belt of strength and gauntlets of iron that assist his already great strength. The reason he uses the goat cart is that he is too strong to be borne on the back of any horse. And when the gods go to their council at the well of Earth, to the base of the world tree, he cannot cross over on the rainbow bridge Bifrost, because he's too heavy for its weight. So he must wade through rivers to reach the council place. On many of his journeys, he has been accompanied by Loki. But he hunted down Loki, and it was he who grabbed him out of the stream when he was hiding in the guise of a salmon, after he had engineered the death of Balder. He has also been accompanied by Tyr. On that occasion, he and Tyr were seeking out a cauldron for Aegir to brew for the gods. And Thor also took the opportunity to go on a fishing expedition against Jormungand, the world serpent. He used the giant Hymir's best ox's head as his bait. He caught Jormungand and hauled so ferociously against the pull of the serpent on the line that both his feet went through the bottom of Hymir's boat. Hymir was cowering in terror and cut the line, and the dreadful serpent sank beneath the waves again. At Ragnarok, Jormungand will kill Thor, and all of us will be doomed. But his hammer Mjolnir will be found by his 2 sons.